G'day everyone, we're back at it again. We're doing a whole bunch of little bits and pieces today. I thought I'd bring you guys along. It's sort of, we've covered this before in the videos. Doing a bit of a service here on the Holden Cruze. It's actually nearly been a year since I've done it, so I've only just got past 10,000 Ks now. It's about 2K overdue. We're going on a road trip next week down to Wilson's Prom. So I wanted to make sure the car's all ready to go. It needed the service anyway, and we're going to button up a few little bits and pieces that are broken on the car. We want to get all that right. So cue the intro music. We're back in town. Old Panda garage is fired up again. So let's run the intro. So it's good to be back, guys. Sorry, getting a little bit fired up here, but being a cruise, I think we might have covered it before on the channel, but I always use Ryco filters. All the cars use Ryco filters. Just find them the best, and they're all made in Australia as well and tested here as well, so they can withstand all the bits and pieces that this country throws at cars. So if anyone is playing at home and you're doing Holden Cruze or you're doing Chevrolet Cruze, anything, the code is R2694P, which is just there on the box, so you can look that up and you can get your comparable filters using that code, or just look it up at your local speed shop. Generally that's how you can find out what you're needing to find. Now also, sort of an exclusive to Australia here, but we're using Newline oil this time round, 5W30. It's Dexos Mark II, which is a GM oil, and it's certified for GM products. So we're using that today because that is a guaranteed oil for this car. So it's generation 2. So if you're doing your oil filter changes and the oil changes on a Holden Cruze, best to go with the Dexos 1, or no, it's actually Dexos 2 I think now. It keeps it in warranty too if you've just bought one recently. So we're using that today. Hopefully it does a better job. The last oil had castor oil edge. It did a good job, but I found it had a bit of a chatter in the engine, and I find there's a little bit of oil leakage. So we're going to find that out today as well, and suss all that out. So join me, we'll get the oil started, and then later on we're going to fix the headlight because we've blown a globe. So let's get stuck into it. So today, I'm going to start by draining the oil out of the pan here. Now it uses a Tech head type fitting, which is a Tech 40 head. So I'm just going to try and break this off, because I think last time we had issues with, there we go. See, so much easier than last time because we're actually using the right tools. Last time we tried to use other tools and it didn't work out well. So it's pretty hot because I just did a bit of a drive down to the local speed shop, Super Cheap Auto. We've got a bunch of new bits and pieces that I needed. I need new globes, I need the oil filter, and grabbed a bit of coolant as well, because it's always good to have coolant on hand, and also a bit of degreaser, because as you can see under here, quite filthy. So that is the hex head. Don't know why they went with a hex head, but yeah, that's the life of this car. It's very unusual engineering on this, I feel. Whether or not they're just sort of biting by what the Europeans do or what the Americans do, I'm not too sure. So what is good though is that we know how to do this now, because the first time I did it I had no idea. So hopefully you guys, looks alright on the GoPro, because I do find it's better in lower light and it's easier to maneuver. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. So we've got the pan empty. Oh, well, the pan's full. Car's empty. That's what we should have said. So hopefully you guys can see alright. Now, just gonna clean the bottom of this up because it's fairly filthy.
Now that we've got our screw in, we're going to just start turning it back into position so we don't have any more mess. Now once that's in its position, gonna there we go. So it's like a half turn tight now, so that should give a good seal under here. So I'm going to come back to this later and we're going to tidy this up, but now we're going to empty out the oil filter and we'll get some new oil in this. So hopefully you can see this, but our oil filter is just on top here, which is pretty easy. Now to open this up you need a 24mm socket head, or you can use you can get specialist tools and that from local speed store. I just got a 24mm and just a socket. You get your socket wrench, start twisting it off. It's probably going to make a little bit of a mess once we get it out. I'm just going to bring our oil pan over here. My apologies if it's a little bit windy, hopefully it's not. This should be pretty clean as well, seeing that we left it in the car for a long time after it drained, so that should help the cause. There we go. I'm pretty sure we're undone. We're just going to pull this girl out of here. It's hitting something, which is handy. Oh, it looks like when I installed our new piece last time, let's wedge that. So I took a little bit of fiddling around. I just had to make some adjustments from a previous mod I'd done to the car. It was just you would have seen a video where I replaced this side sort of water piping into the actual like thermostat housing. I had to change one of the clips on it and I'd put it in the wrong spot, and that's why it was hitting against the actual oil cap. But I can pretty much reach in now, can pull out our oil filter. As you can see, it is nasty, so I'm going to pop that down here. Now just got to get our new of course, it's our new filter, all ready to go. Now, gives you a new cool thing about this setup as well is that Ryco give you a nice little replacement seal for your oil cap here. It's just on the side, so I'm going to switch that out now, clean this up, and then we're going to get this ready to go in. Seal. Just like pre-lubing this up, just a little bit of oil, just to make a good seal. Sort of like what you do with a conventional oil filter. Just making sure it gets on there pretty easily. It just drops into place, so we've got a nice new seal. So that clips into the top, just looks like that. Now we're going to insert it all back in. And we just tighten it all back up. Okay, that's a flush seal. So now, get our oil in. So I've misplaced my normal actual oil filter. I was looking at them even in the store today, and I'm like, no, I've got mine at home. Of course, I've misplaced mine. So what we're doing is we're just going to pour 4 litres of oil into the engine. This is a 1.4 litre turbo 4-cylinder. It takes about 4 litres of oil.
I think works out to about 4 quarts in the Imperial. So I'm going to get all this in. Now this stuff is, of course, Dexos Gen 2 oil, which is exactly what we're needing. So I think we've used 2 litres at this point. Keep going. So keep checking that. Right down to 3 litres. Just a little bit more, and I'll make it to the 4. Yep. Fantastic. That's going to be really good oil too. Neuron in Australia is a very well known and very reputable brand. So that's the oil if anyone is looking for it. Now, while we're waiting for the oil to settle so we can get an accurate reading, we are going to get onto the headlight. Also guys, while I'm at home, and I'll just add this, it's probably not major, but what I tend to like to do is just up here on top of my toolbox, I have all the oils that I need for the family. This was the last oil we used for the cruise. I always write what car the oils come off, just so I know when I need it next time it's in the right place and I'm grabbing the right oil. Also helps if you've got people in the family that might not be as oil savvy. At least they know as well which oil is what if they need to top up anything. So it saves me needing to rush out and make sure they're doing the right thing, because it's all written in front of us. So handy little tip if you guys wanted to keep track of multiple cars, so it's handy to do. Okay, so didn't quite work out with the globe. I'm gonna have to switch out that globe. For some reason I checked the guide there, had it as a H7, but it's actually a H4, which is like a much bigger plug. I'll show you guys the difference. So the guide told me to get a H7 when I needed one of these. This is like a 2-in-1 kind of setup, so it's got your high beam and your low beam in it, whereas this one's just like one beam. So I'm gonna have to get that switched out, which sucks, but there's not much I can do about it. Well, seeing that we had a fail with the headlight globe, it's probably a good time to go and check the oil. I've now got the hiccups, so it's all going well. So put that in. Now I can't remember exactly if you're supposed to have the car running to check the oil with this particular engine or not, but we're going to find out. It's had plenty of time to get the oil to drop down into the pan, so we should get a good indication. That's pretty, yeah, it's pretty good. That's pretty good. But we will run it and then I'll check it again later on just to make sure. But a decent indication. So look at that. That's pretty much bang on. Perfect. 4 litres for the win. So I'm going to get this car started up. Actually, before we do that, I want to go into the car and actually clean it. Just to spray it with degreaser, get it all cleaned up, and then we'll start the car and we'll be all done. Okay, so that's all done. I'll do a review on this one day just because I want to, but this is Super Cheap Auto's heavy duty degreaser. You can spray it from any angle. It's actually really good, so I'll get into that one day. Right now I've just completely saturated the ground. We've washed all the oil off the ground, off the pan, off everything. So now we're going to get this car started, and that will be it for today. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoy these longer style videos, let me know in the comments below. It's good to be back, guys. You'll see some videos jumping here and there where I have a really long beard and then I don't. That's just the thing. I was just wanted to grow out a beard, and I can pretty easily. So it was like a 2-month thing. But if you see some videos that I've filmed while I was away pop up randomly, you'll know that they're from that time because I had a decent beard on me. So Remember to check us out on Instagram and Facebook, Panda Garage. Thank you all for your comments and questions that you always ask me. I appreciate it greatly, and I hope I can help you out. And I'm sorry if I've been a bit slow to reply. Yeah, it's just I haven't really been on there lately. But until next time, guys, my name's Matt. This is Panda Garage. Thanks for all hanging out with me today, and I'll see you all next time. See ya.